Hey everybody, GT Cam here once again. When I was shooting that 1/4" ratchet video the other day, I got to thinking, and it came about because of this little thing right here. This is one of the old US made polished teardrop Craftsmans. And as I messed with it, I realized it doesn't work all that good. And you know what? I really haven't used this ratchet. And I hear I can probably take some of the guts out of it or something and probably move it between these two here. I should probably find a rebuild kit. Got me to thinking. You know, oh, by the way, if you could drop a like and a subscribe if you want me in your feed more. I feel like, at least for those of us born around the 1970s on up, we may have an overly romanticized memory of Craftsman. Don't get me wrong, it's served us well over the years. I got one of my old Craftsman sets here in the old blow molded case. And by blow molded, I mean it really sucks. But anyway, I've always hated these goddamn cases. Anyway, I'll show you why. What I used to do, this is an aside. So we have this little divider right here, right? And you take that off, you put the ratchets behind it. Cool. Problem is, I decided I could stack a whole bunch of shit behind there. Wire strippers, pliers, etc. And inevitably when I go to open this thing up, the whole shit and match would dump. I always hated that. It's like, could you guys not make a divider that actually works? But anyway, yeah, you can argue it wasn't intended for that, but they left the space there. Anyway, rant off. But as I got to thinking about it, I had a couple of things I broke over the years that I took back under warranty. They were 5/16 hexes, and I've mentioned it before, although usually I get it wrong and I say 5/32, but it's a 5/16 hex. And what it is it's a transmission mount bolt, not OEM by the way, that was used with a high clearance skid plate, namely an nth degree tummy tuck. Nth degree got bought out by AEV Conversions, and they changed the design, and it's never been quite as good as that old original one was. Arguably one of the best mods I ever made to my old 4-liter TJ Wrangler. But I got to thinking about it. And you know, this isn't the only Craftsman ratchet I've had over the years that really didn't work all that good. And I know a lot of people use Craftsman products professionally. Some probably still do, even if they're imported. You know, I've got an import ratchet right here, which strangely actually works better than one of my original USA ones. I don't think they make those anymore. Maybe they do, I don't know. Either way, doesn't much matter, but I can't help but think a lot of us got caught up in nostalgia about how good Craftsman actually was. And I'm not speaking of 1970s, 1960s, 1950s Craftsman. I am speaking, or however far back Craftsman went, I really don't know. I haven't looked that up. I haven't been down the history of that company, quite honestly. But as I thought about it, there were plenty of the ratchets that just really didn't work all that good. And I have stripped more goddamn fasteners with 12-point box ends on Craftsman raised panel wrenches than I care to remember. Usually because they didn't fit quite right, and you know, I couldn't get on them quite right, and yeah. But I think perhaps a lot of us are caught up in nostalgia about what Craftsman used to be. Yeah, we think about how great it was being a US made product and such, but realistically, are we remembering it right? Or is it just memories of our misspent youth? Anyway, I'll leave you with that food for thought. You all have a good evening. GT Cam out.